everyone, today I would like to explain about functions in JavaScript. So presentation by Aruna Vipperla, Department of CSE. Today we would like to explain about functions in JavaScript. So these are the contents we are discussing today. What is function, why we need functions, how to declare functions, how to call functions, how to return values from the functions, what is function expression, how to pass parameters. So what is function? So function is a fundamental building block in all programming languages. So it is a reusable block of code designed to perform a particular task. It will take inputs, it will perform action, and it will produce outputs. So functions allowing developers to organize the code, modularity, reuse, and effectively use of functions. So why we need functions? So the main use of functions is code modularity, code reusability, improves and readability, and easy debugging and maintenance. What is code reusability? So the code reusability is, in this case we will write only function once and we will use many times. No need to write many again and again. You just write once and you can use many times. And the modularity is, it is used for reducing the complex task. You can divide the task into simpler tasks and you can use the functions. And improves readability. You can perform the same, you can execute the task in very less time and you can read it easily. And easy debugging and maintenance. You can see the errors very easily and you can debug the errors very easily. Next, how to declare functions. The function can be defined with the function declaration. So the function declaration should contain keyword function and the name of the function, and then you need to use the parenthesis. The parenthesis itself specifies that it is a function. After that you need to use the curly brace in order to open the function. Here you need to write whatever the code you need to execute, and then you need to close the function. So the function declaration consisting of function definition followed by function name followed by parenthesis followed by curly braces and whatever the code you need to execute over here, and then you need to close the function. So this is the function declaration. Next, how to call the function. The function gets automatically needs executed. We need to call the function. So the function is a block of reusable code. It can execute only when we call that function. Now let us see the example. What we are writing, just function. Function is the keyword, and then we are writing greet. Greet is the function name, and then I am passing the parameter name. So what I am writing, console.log, I am just printing hello name. Name is the parameter that we pass it, and then I am just printing this. So this function won't get executed automatically. We need to call that function. Here I am calling the function. I am just calling greet of Ram. The Ram parameter is passed over here and it will print hello Ram. If I pass Sita, then the name parameter is Sita, so it will print hello Sita. So this is why we use the how to call the functions. Next, how to return the values from it. We can return the values from the function using the return keyword. Here what I am doing, I am just taking the function keyword and the name of the function is add, and we are passing two parameters a and b. So return a plus b. Just add the two parameters and it will return the result. Let's see, let result equal to add 5, 10. Let us see variable declaration. Result is the variable. We are calling the function with its name. Function name 5, 10. So 5, 10 is passed over here. A is 5, B is 10. Return a plus b, which is 15. So 15 will return to result variable. Now we are printing the result, so the output is 50. So this is how to return values from the function. Next, what is function expression? So we are assigning entire function to the variable is called function expression. See, function parameters code to be executed. I am assigning entire this function to the variable called as function expression. See here, what is function? Function with the parameters x comma y. We are just returning x into y. Now, so see, console.log multiply 4, 5. These 4, 5 parameters are passed to x, y. Now we are passing these 4, 5. So it will return 4 into 5 to the multiply. Hence it will print 20. So that is function expression. Now there are two types of parameters, actual parameters and formal parameters. So whenever we call the function, we need to pass parameters from calling function to called function, that is function. So the parameters in JavaScript can be passed in two different ways. One is pass by value and another one is pass by reference. So what is this pass by value? When we pass parameters from function called to definition. So in pass by value, whenever variable is passed by value, actual value is one copy of actual value is passed to the function. So any changes made to the function inside the function, it does not affect the outside the original variable. Let's see the example. So here we declare the variable n equal to 10. So we are using function modify x equal to 20 console.log inside function. Here I am just passing modify of n, that means we are passing modify of 10. So now the x value is 10, but inside the function we are changing it to x equal to 20. So console.log inside function it will give the result x equal to 20, but outside the function it will give the result 10. See here, inside function it is resulting 20 and outside function it is resulting 10. That means whenever we are passing parameter from function call to function definition, and whenever we change the variable inside the function, it does not affect the outside the function. So that is function pass by value. Now the second one is pass by reference. What is pass by reference? When a variable is passed by reference, a reference to the data is actual data is passed. In this, whenever we pass the parameters from function call to function definition, whatever the changes made inside the function, it will affect the outside the function. Let's see the example. For function pass by reference, we need to use non-primitive data types such as objects and arrays. Let's see here. Let object equal to name Ravi. Now I am passing this modify of object, and that means I am passing name Ravi. Inside the function o.name, I am changing it to Arun. Now console.log inside function o.name is Arun. Whenever we change the variable value inside the function by passing by reference, it will affect the outside the function. That means whatever the changes we done inside the function, it will affect the outside the function. Now see, inside the function is having same output and the outside function also having the same output. So in this session we discussed about what is function, why we need function, how to call function, how to declare functions, how to return values from the functions, and how to pass parameters to the function, that is pass by value and pass by reference, and we already seen the function expression also. Thank you.